interesting stuff in the video today, from how I got my PhD doctorate to bold moves in the studio, and I think I'm busy with a nursery in here. Hello Firefly friend, thank you for spending some time with me. Really value it greatly, and I'm very thankful that you are here. Oh, by the way, if we haven't met before, sorry I'm being rude, I'm Leana. I'm the artist behind Firefly Soul Art, so welcome. Really great having you here, and it would be really fantastic to have you as a regular, so please click the subscribe button and that you don't miss out on any videos. I've been working on a painting for my son, and yeah, I was in a great creative flow while I was working on it, etc. And then when I start other projects, not necessarily creative projects, but when I get distracted with other things, then I find it very difficult to get back into that same mode, because then that thing of fearing I'm going to ruin it is very much present. So I did a lot of analyzing yesterday, and that is what I came to realize, is that I tend to procrastinate when I have worked on a painting and I'm really excited to get back to it, but you're like sort of fearing that thing of I don't want to ruin it, so then I'd rather do other things. So the more that I'm doing this avoidance and procrastination thing, the longer it takes for me to get back to that painting. So currently it seems that this is not just a studio nook. This is busy turning into Firefly Mini Nursery too. So let me show you what's been happening here. Something very interesting that I've noticed is, for quite some time, as in years, I and we haven't really had plants in our living space. And in the past I always had plants, but with the moves that we've made, we've lost plants, etc, etc. So I got to a point where I just naturally didn't keep plants inside anymore. But since this new studio move, it's been very tempting, and I started, and what I'm grateful for and very thankful is all the plants that I have, I didn't spend a cent, and I got them all for free from my next door neighbor, from my daughter-in-law, and so forth. So yes, I'm very excited about the new plants, and last week I've been accumulating more, and so yes, this is turning into a mini nursery, but I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. It is so wonderful to have plants again in our living space, in my studio nook, and yeah, it is just, I'm loving it. It is so great to see all these greenery and things like that. So let me show you what I've done. So sorry if the camera is shaky, I am holding it. So those are plants that I showed you before, that one there, that I've brought into the studio. Those are little plants I got from my next door neighbor. And this here is a Wandering Jew, and I had some which I've now planted this week in a pot of soil, and those are new bits, so they will also need a pot sometimes. So I've got that one, and I've got that one there, and then let me show you all the other bits. There's that one, and there's some more. That one is new, and that's an orchid that I got from my daughter-in-law. It's a poor man's orchid, so it's got lovely roots already, but I need a pot to plant it in. And there at the back, we call it a spekboom. It needs to shoot some roots. That one is the 4 that I had in the glass bottles with water that rooted nicely. I planted it in that pot, and I also painted it now in the week. And this is an old big Milo tin that I spray painted, and I had this disc from a previous pour that I did, and I just pressed it into the paint that was lying at the bottom. So I just kept it because you never know, it could be useful, as in this. So I'm trying to repeat the berry colors with the blues, blue, purple, 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 pink. And yeah, I brought in some of the beads that I used some gel medium here, and then I pressed the beads in there. So yeah, I quite like that. And interestingly, I didn't have a plan, so it just sort of evolved as I played around with a rope and things like that. And there's my snake plant. This is also what I got from my next door neighbor, which I'm very grateful for. And then I've got that one there, and that little one there. Just to give you an idea, all the plants that I've got in the studio nook, they are all cat friendly plants, because I don't want any plants in the house or the studio nook that is not cat friendly, because there are plants like any type of lily is extremely toxic to cats. So yes, these are all happy kitty plants. Now for the bold move. We've got this beautiful sideboard, which is solid teak, except the top of it and the doors are teak laminate. I think that's what they call it. Anyhow, so it's really a beautiful sideboard, beautiful cupboard, and I'm using it in my studio. You would have seen it in previous videos. And unfortunately and sadly, when we moved to this cottage, the top of the sideboard got some terrible damage, and that's why I always had a cloth on top of it. But I got a bit sick and tired of the cloth, because every time Da Vinci jumps on here, he's the studio cat, and so when he jumps on here, the cloth keeps moving and everything moves. So I thought, no, I need to make a plan. So this past week I revamped the top. I'll post some pictures that I'll include in the video, with me sanding it, etc. Anyhow, it took like a very long time, but I'm very happy with the end result. So this is the bold move I made this past week. This is solid wood, solid teak, and what is painted is the teak veneer. So this is what it looks like now. Here I've brought in some silver leaf, and I did the same on the drawers, and only on the middle cupboard I brought in silver leaf because I didn't want it to be too much. I'm going to do some close-ups for you that I can show you. So to show you some close-up, this is what I've done on the drawers, and there's one, and then I've got one there, and the doors and the drawers and the doors are painted like alternate purple, pink, and this is on the middle doors, and I've got like a like a heart hanging on this one, and on that one I've got like a mandala with a crystal. Let me show you. Oh, there we go. So you can see the berry studio nook. Yeah, and then I sort of rearranged these bits and pieces. There I've done it, moved that one up there. The vision board I changed to a notice board. I think it will be more effective for my planning and so forth. So yes, so the rest is all still the same. Alrighty-o, so now from the bulb move to another project that I'm working on, and that I'll do another video about, is where I am restoring the light box that I got from my sweet friend Bodine, and I think she would be very pleased to see the final result. Oh, I must tell you, I got my PhD doctorate degree in procrastination this past week. I was probably the top procrastinator in the art industry this week. Like I mentioned earlier in the video, from sort of avoiding working on the painting, I did everything else. I worked on the plants, I painted the pots. I've been creative, but in other ways. Anyway, and I did the bulb move on the cupboard. So this was my big procrastination project. So I got a master's degree in procrastination. Probably the worst degree that there is. Anyhow, so now that I know, after some analyzing why I've been procrastinating, I will sort of make a change in my thought patterns, and let's see how it goes this week. Okay, if you've liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, as YouTube will then show or introduce my channel to more people, and it could help them, it could maybe have a positive impact on them, and yes, that would be really awesome. And thank you for sticking with me in this video, showing all the bulb moves, the mini nursery, and so forth. So yes, I'm sending you so much love and hugs, and again, I'm very, very grateful that you decided to spend some time with me. I'm looking forward to see you in the next video. Please take care. Love you. Mwah. Well, my Firefly friend, try to be creative this week. Let your inner light shine. I'm keeping my eyes on you. Take care. Bye. I love this song. It's called Good Times by Patrikios.
We do a dance. You love your mom? Yes. Oh, your mom is little. Are you a purr machine? You a purr machine? Yes. He's a mama's purr machine. Oh, your mommy's little boy, yes. Oh, you're my studio cat, yes. Oh, you're my studio kitty. everybody. Hello, everybody. Yes. You like the music? Yes, you do. So, bye-bye, everybody. I'll see you in the next video.